Team started November 2021. No, it's wrong. The team started on January 2020.
I was already running a team into from 2018 into 2019 with the thought of we wanted a junior to grow the team. Mark, Jen, Chris's parents, met Chris. Soon realised that they're a pretty lethal bunch of human beings, to be fair. We split at the end of 2019 and Chris, Jen, Mark carried the team on, and then for the last 2 years it's been Continental nuke proof.
One thing about this team, I don't know how other teams grow and I suppose evolve. For me, it's very simple. It started off as a family, and it really was a family.
My dad and I were speaking and we were like, right, what's the only option we have? Well, we could be privateers. Nuke Proof kindly offered to give me a DH bike and enduro bike and some wee spares and bits and bobs. And then we were like, oh, should we start a team?
We were lucky to have the belief of Continental Tires. They stepped in at the start with products and, more importantly, finance, because back then we literally had nothing more than a very good idea.
Basically my dad said, hi, we would love to get maybe a discount or some free tires. That would be amazing. And Oliver laughed, and we weren't really too sure why he was laughing.
Yeah, I remember a phone call 2 years ago. Chris and Mark called me up and said, could we support with some tyres? I said no, but we gave you a little bit more. We're going to put our name on there and have a factory team, and here we are 2 years later. So pretty stoked.
I'm going to down it mid thing. Yeah. Yeah.
Ronan, who's a very good friend of mine, we're both in the same boat. He couldn't race that year because he wasn't on a team, and the whole COVID thing, you weren't allowed to race if you weren't on a UCI team. So, well, we're both in the same boat. He's so fast, and he's mental in the head, and he's good fun.
Yeah, I was like at school, and Chris is like, you racing bikes this year? I got top 20 and some top 30 results. I was like, oh, well, pretty good.
Ronan had a pretty breakthrough year. He did very good, qualified for a lot of them, I think he got 1 or 2 top 30s.
We literally winged our way around the world. It was a short year. There was only, I think there was a lot of races that didn't happen, so it kind of worked in our benefit, gave us a chance to be noticed. And you know, we had some decent results that year as well, which brought in more investment for 2022.
And Fort William, top 30, which wasn't really where I was after, but you know, take it. And then just qualifying, not qualifying, punctures and this, and then yeah, to snowshoe, that kind of kick-started it to finish a good season, and then consistent top 16s, and then to hardline, which I was pretty happy with, so it worked out well.
With Ronan's podium, and to be honest, his riding in general, like I'm sure he would agree, like he would never be able to do that without the support and success that was already there within Continental nuke proof. So yeah, from the outside it looked awesome.
So for the last 2 years, each year has been a huge jump for the team, which when me and my dad first sat down and thought, oh yeah, we'll make a wee team for myself and Ronan, to now is absolutely mental.
Hi, I'm Veronica Widman, racing for Continental Nuke Proof Racing, powered by SRAM.
Vero I have known for a very long time. She has been in Chris's life since he was 16, both her and Harry Malloy, so that was a no-brainer.
I'm definitely excited about joining the Continental family, let's say. They've always been great staff together with their teams, going to Sea Otter. In Snowshoe they had like just that big pit setup where all the Conti teams are there together, and just it feels like a very good vibe, and I'm happy to be part of it. Yeah.
I think especially for her to not be too serious. She really applies the pressure to herself anyway. It's in her personality. She really cares about it, and doesn't necessarily show it like, you know, like someone bolshy like Ronan. He'll get all excited and be jumping around everywhere. She's quite within herself, quite a introvert character.
To go forward, anybody that comes into this team needs to fit in. So In relation to Lou, well, she had already been working with a New Proof SRAM enduro team, and we got to know her because she wanted to do some of the DH races, and lo and behold, she did really well. She pitted with us, we got to know her really well, and with her, it definitely works.
Unfortunately, she wasn't over for this camp, but yeah, with plenty of video chats, and I feel like I've got the gist of what she's about. She's probably one of the, not that anyone else is not kind on the team, but she is unbelievably kind, super chilled. She wouldn't have a problem with anything, even if others sort of like saw it would be. And I think it'd be really cool just to not necessarily take it any more serious, because she's certainly serious. She's already told me her goals, ambitions, and she's pretty focused on doing better, but just to help with a bit of a idea of how to approach a race, and help her out with lines. She's got a hell of a lot of talent there, as she keeps proving in all the crank works over in the off season and so on.
It's really cool that we have two girls and 2 boys on the team, so we are a pretty equal team. And she's so great. Obviously you already know her from last season. We've been already riding together for a bit, but I'm really looking forward to ride more with her, to support each other. I'm sure I can help her in some ways, and she can also help me in some ways, and yeah, girls power, let's go.
You all know who I am. As I say, I'd like to welcome you all officially to our camp. It's really cool to have so many brands here, and have made the massive journey for some of you halfway across the world. We're in this business because it's fun, not because it's a big business or it's corporate or whatever. Yes, we will have to change as time goes on. We do want to make the team bigger and better all the time, but effectively that's our ethos, and that will never change from now to no matter where we get to. It's a big effort for a lot of people around this room, and to actually make their way to this part of our wee country. Hope you enjoy it. If there's anything you need, just ask. You're not playing.
Hopefully I can be the glue to keep everyone together and riding fast. I've done it for a while now, I've raced, and kind of naturally got into the management side. This is, like, without sounding too cheesy, it's the dream for everyone to come together. I've known you guys, well, everyone here certainly longer than a year, and yeah, it's just awesome, one, for everyone to get together like this, all old friends, but to keep it, keep the dream going for next year. So thank you very much for coming, and thanks for the support for this coming year, and hopefully this is the start of 20 years to come.
We're here at Chain Reaction Nick Proof headquarters outside Belfast. There's a big group of us. All the sponsors are here, all the Nick Proof personnel are here. And we're going to get a wee tour, have the crack, and have a look around.
So New Proof as a brand itself is designed as a mountain biker brand. It covers clothing, bike and components. From 2 years ago, from a 3x3 easy up to what you have last year to what you have this year coming, and there is no limit to where you can go with the success of the group have been, like, if you bring it together as a team.
One thing that's super important for me, and I keep saying it, I say it all the time, there is nobody on this team more important than anybody else. I don't care if you're the top athlete or the worst mechanic.
It was very interesting. We met all the people from the engineer to the designer to the marketing department. And it was very interesting seeing all the steps, how basically a bike is born from the first designs, first draft drawings on paper to then making some prototypes. We saw the 3D printer, what like a new tool they use to make the whole visual thing alive.
It's not just about, you know, simply creating a frame, bolting on a few wheels and going for it. You know, the science, the development, the money that goes into developing that bike there racing next year was something that happened over years, and it really let them understand what it's all about. Also let them understand that there's an even wider team behind them.
Before, I just think bikes just pop out of the bushes somewhere and they're like, there you go send her on. But nah, it's pretty cool to see the amount of people behind the making of the downhill bikes and what it takes to get the results. Like, it's pretty sweet, and the amount of engineering, like the amount of work that goes behind us to ride, and especially like I was the first person to race on one on a World Cup, was pretty cool. Like, just shows all the work that goes to it. So it's nice to deliver a podium result for those lads. I'm sure they're happy enough anyway.
We'll do the first version of a design and we'll think that looks great, but then we make it 3D and you put it alongside all the other bits of the bike. It doesn't quite work, so we'll go back to Enrique and Enrique will re-sketch, redraw, reiterate, and it'll come back. So there's a process of optimizing not only the engineering but also the aesthetic. We do this. This is a fully plastic bike that comes out of a machine exactly like the one behind me here and grows from nothing.
Met everyone behind Nuke Proof, from graphic designers to engineers to R&D to people who make the kit, everything. And we got a tour around the HQ, got to see some pretty cool things like a fully 3D printed bike, the evolution of from the scalp basically to the current prototype bike we're on.
Right. So that's comes straight out of the pedal just like that. It's a sandhill pedal. And then we finish it up so that we do all the weight reduction that we can't do out of the tool. So if you feel the weight of that and the weight of this.
Good mahogany wood, that's solid height.
Yeah, just good crack up at the warehouse, and then followed up by going to a restaurant with everyone, big table, big crew, some dinner, some drinks, went to a bar, just good times.
Yeah, just down.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then we did a big group ride in a typical Irish weather, I would say. We had it all. It was very windy, rainy, a bit of snow even, but it was great fun. We had a big group. Everyone was on a good level, and the pace was there, definitely. setting the bike out.
You did fast.
It's the first ride, so look at it.
Yeah. And
fresh new.
how many pressure?
Yeah, you know, everything is new for me.
Yeah,
new shoes, new pedals, new suspension, new brakes. So fresh start. Looking forward to it.
Maybe.
Start on a group ride. First group ride all together with everyone, new crew, Conti, like all the sponsors pretty much. It's a pretty sick day.
Super excited, just class bunch of guys and girls, and just the opportunities are cool and Stokes high, so yeah, really excited. Just cool to invest in that part of the sport and hopefully see it grow a bit, and make sure we get some people up at the top, so it's all good.
Yeah, for me it's the first year being on RockShox suspension, so everything is pretty new to me. But this morning we had a meeting and Maxime from SRAM explained everything to us in the smallest detail, but those in a very comprehensive way. So it was really easy to understand, really. And then in the afternoon we did some testing.
Big impact from the ground, high-speed compression. And when you push on the bike, it's low speed compression because the oil inside the boxer and the coil moves slowly, slower than if you get a hit. Okay.
You guys don't need to be able to tell us what to change. You just need to tell us what you feel.
Up to about 30 seconds ago, high speed was the top and low speed was the bottom.
Oh, you need more?
Starting from scratch, which is where it needs to be. So we're just measuring sag, which is obviously the beginning part after the tyre pressure.
Fresh. I'm Max, so I'm Frenchy. I come from France, obviously. I'm quite glad to be on the side, and Continental got the RockShox SRAM contract, so that's sick. And we will work together to be sure the bike as fast as you know. So yeah, it's super nice, super nice.
I'm Joey, I'm Chris's mechanic, or all of their mechanics basically. Get the boys comfortable and girl and get them confident and make sure everything is running correctly and settings are correct and we have a good base point to work from.
Really good team. Should be a really fun year. So excited to see what happens. For good people.
I'm Max from Reverse Components. I'm the marketing guy. So they're going to be running our handlebar stem, seat post and chain guide. So we're stoked to have buzzing bunch of Irish guys and some international talent on board as well. I think they're exciting, like that's how I would describe them, just an exciting bunch. Guys they've got talent, they've got speed, skill, but they've got good crack, and I think that's what we need in the mountain bike industry at the moment.
Oh my God! Is that Ryan Nyquist from the X Games?
Like that, and then move it, and then hold it. Oh, Daddy!
You know, if we're to sit down with a blank page and look and create a team, a virtual team of partners and sponsors, there is nothing on that page that I would change that I have now. You know, I'm stoked. We have got very serious partners offering serious support. So we're giving our athletes all the tools they need to be the very best they can be.
Everyone, for some reason, seems to meet up at our pits. It's sick. Every race, my dad feeds everyone, has a big barbecue. After the race is finished, barbecue again, some wine. He loves his wine. Bottles of wine around, beers for everyone. That's the way it should be.
The concept behind this weekend was to create a platform to work from and to bring all the sponsors together so they understand each other and they understand each other's needs as well. So when they're looking at us to do whatever, they understand the implication that might have on another sponsor that is now somebody who they know.
This week has been everything and more that we wanted it to be. It's been absolutely amazing to have everyone get together and just it makes not just the riders realise, but everyone's a part of it. Like we might be a, you know, under or a 10 person team all together when we're at the events, and there is so much more than that behind.
Hi, I'm Ronan Dunn.
I'm Veronica Widman,
I'm Chris Cumming,
racing for
Continental Nuke Proof
Factory Racing Team.
Powered by SRAM.